Hi guys, a little video today on fixing your swing, and specifically why does sometimes when you fix your swing sometimes makes you worse. Now aside from the fact that there's always a slight adjustment period if you make any changes, if you make a change you're probably going to be less consistent at first, just because you are not used to the new move you're making, whether it's right or wrong. But there are so many people that take it on themselves to make a change to their swing, and they end up in a mess. You know, they'll end up hitting it terrible for long periods of time. One of the most common reasons for this, for what I see, is people make changes to their swing just so that it looks better, or it looks better to them. You know, they may have something in their swing that they don't like the look of, and they go ahead and change it. Sometimes unwittingly, not knowing that the thing that they're trying to change actually is the part that makes their swing work. So, for example, I had a player a little while ago who really wanted to stop his left heel would come up off the ground in his backswing, and he really wanted to change it. And this was a guy that was already slicing the golf ball a bit. So, and what he found that when he kept his heel down, he would slice it even more. Now, when we looked at his body, we found that he had very little ability to rotate around his spine, and the raising of his left heel was purely because he had to make a turn. In making a full turn, he had to make quite a big hip turn because he didn't have much ability to rotate here. Physically, he was a little bit tight, so he would rotate his hips a lot, and that would cause his left heel to come up. When he kept his left heel down, he stopped himself from being able to rotate, and stopping himself from being able to rotate, he would then swing a little bit more from the outside, slice it even more. So the thing that he was trying to take away was actually one of the elements that made his swing work to a degree. So you've really got to be careful about when you make a change. You have to have a reason to make this change, and that reason can't be, oh, just because I want it to look a certain way, I want my swing to look different. Because if you make a change, it's probably going to influence what the ball does. I mean, that's the whole point at the end of the day. So be careful about the swing changes you make. Incidentally, with this guy, we said, right, if you really do want to make this change, then you're going to have to become a lot more mobile in your upper spine so that you're able to rotate and not over rotate the hips and be able to keep this heel on the ground. So so when you're making changes to your swing and you're messing with your swing in any way, you have to have a reason. The reason has to be that it's going to improve my ball flight or make my ball flight more consistent in some way. So whenever you're making a swing change, do it with someone who really knows what they're talking about with their swing. Don't just pick holes in your swing because you don't like the look of something. It can stop you from getting into a real mess.